Hello everyone, welcome back to Skyline Weather, here with your latest weather update. Today we are going to go over today's weather, the 5-day precipitation and the temperatures, the overall pattern, some long-range ideas, and our closing statements. So hopefully you guys are getting more familiar with the way we're going to kind of do this. And once again, any feedback would be much appreciated in the comments. Today's weather. So as you can see, it's sunny out there, but it's very warm. Highs are running 10 to 15 degrees above average for this time of year, with much of the state hitting in the low to mid 80s. So very warm out there today, not October-like at all. And then tonight will be a little more October-like, clear with lows in the 50s. So at least it'll cool down overnight, but today it's supposed to be very warm, highs in the low to mid 80s, which once again, very not like October. So here we go, the 5-day precipitation and the temperatures. Monday, October 6th, which is tomorrow. Sunny and warm, so the warmth will continue into tomorrow. It'll be 81 degrees as a high, roughly, and 55 degrees as a low. Once again, these highs are for the general Connecticut forecast, so they're not like consistent throughout the whole state. You know, hill towns are going to be a little colder, shoreline's going to be a little warmer, but this is like a general Connecticut forecast, so around here, unless there's major differences, which I will point out. So Monday, sunny and warm, still in the 80s for most of the state, lows in the 50s. So then Tuesday, the clouds start to build again because it's still warm. But the reason why the clouds start to build in on Tuesday is because there's going to be rain overnight Tuesday and into the morning on Wednesday. So Tuesday's still going to be warm with a high of 79, but overnight, very warm, 62, and it actually might be a little muggy because of the rain. And then Wednesday, October 8th, the rain is going to move out in the morning, and it's going to give way to mixed clouds and sun in the afternoon. So it's going to be rainy Wednesday morning, damp, but then it should clear up by the afternoon time, and it should be cool, high of 65, but then here's the interesting part, the low goes down to 41, which is actually a little chilly. But for this time of year, that's actually not super chilly, but what's really interesting is that Thursday, sunny and chilly, right? And then the high is 59, which is actually really, not really chilly, but actually pretty chilly. And then the low overnight, this is where we could get our first frost, because it's supposed to be 35, which I know freezing is 32, but usually a few degrees above can still do it. So when we're at 59 and 35, I'm putting this out there so then the gardeners can kind of prepare for this, and the farmers and all the people who are growing things, because we could have our first frost on Thursday night. Inland, that's important to point out. Only inland, because on the shoreline, the waters are still very warm, so you're going to get a lot of warm air coming off from the sound. So you're not going to get that frost that the inland towns are going to get. Like almost all of Connecticut really is supposed to get a frost Thursday night, except the shoreline. So if you're on the shoreline, you're probably not going to hit this frost this time. So then, like I said, sunny and chilly on Thursday. First frost likely for the inland areas. High of 59, lows in the 30s. Now, Friday, mostly sunny and still a little cool. And that morning frost is going to stick around until the sun comes out and melts it away. So it's going to be 64 degrees as a high on Friday, 41 degrees as a low. So still a little cooler. So you can kind of see how we go from this warmer pattern here Tuesday, and then we kind of have this rain front come in Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. And behind that comes the cold air, where we get Wednesday night goes down to 41, sticks around throughout Thursday, and then even into Friday morning here. So that's why we're going to get our first frost most likely in the inland areas of Connecticut. So just to wrap that all up, I know that was a lot. Overall pattern, sunny and warm today, Sunday through Tuesday. And then sunny and cooler Wednesday afternoon through Friday. So we're going to go from not October feeling to October feeling. So that's pretty good. And then long range ideas. So once again, we had a very warm start to October, highs in the 80s throughout much of the state over the past few days and into tomorrow. And then that rain Tuesday night into Wednesday morning is going to bring in some cold air. So that means the warmth will not last. As you can see, I provided the outlook again, and we are back to near normal here in Connecticut. Just barely, but we're back to near normal. because that warmth is going to kind of balance out with the cold that comes from the 10th to the 14th. And once again, this was issued yesterday, and I always try and pick the forecast, whether it be the 6 to 10, excuse me, day forecast, or the 8 to 14 day forecast. I like to pick the one that's just after, so I picked this one today because it was issued yesterday and it covers just after Friday into the 14th. So this is our long range, where we have, like I said, back to near normal here in Connecticut, because that warmth and cold is going to kind of balance out to back at near average. So the warmth won't last. It'll feel more like October after Wednesday. I want to thank you all for watching. Thank you so much. Our next video is going to be on Tuesday, so I can actually be confident with a date this time. Follow my Twitter or X at SkylineWX. Make sure to like and subscribe if you liked the video. And thank you guys so much for watching here at Skyline Weather, and we'll see you guys on Tuesday. Thank you.